Because if anybody you know uses a CPAP machine, they need to be sanitizing that machine. When you think about their breathing involuntarily throughout the entire night, boy, you don't want any bacteria growing in there. And the only other options that are out there are more expensive and take forever. They take like hours to do the job, whereas the Lumin CPAP mask sanitizer takes 5 minutes. 5 little itty bitty minutes, and then everything is sanitized. And the cool part is that we even give you things to clean out the mask. We give you 160 wipes. We give you the light, the UV light. That's the key to the entire system, because that UV light kills 99% of the bacteria that's present on any item that's placed inside of this unit. And then we give you the 2 hoses. So we give you a lot of extras, and our price is lower than anywhere else, including the Lumin website. There you're spending $300 and you don't get the extras. So we at HSN, we always try to really deliver the best value and a full configuration of items. And this has been a winner. It has sold out, I think, 4 times in a row. I launched it a couple months ago with Bob Sircosta. Welcome.
Hi,
good to see you.
Good to be seen.
It's one of those items that everybody needs if you're using a CPAP machine, and even beyond that, if you want to sanitize your dentures or other things, right?
You can do it all in this, but if you use a CPAP machine, and Callie is so right, if you use one right now, you know exactly how important, how critically important it is to keep the mask and all of the accessories nice and clean, because that's what's going to ensure that your machine is going to give you the results that you're after. And there are lots of options out there. Some can take up to 2 hours. They all use ozone, and even the EPA says that ozone is an unsafe gas.
That's the key to this system. It does not use ozone.
Not only does it not use ozone, it's the only cleaner on the market.
That's right.
The only one available anywhere that does not use ozone.
Boy, that's a big deal, because ozone is known to really cause lung irritations and things like that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. In fact, this uses the power of UV light.
Yes.
And even better than UV light, it's UVC, which takes UV light to the germicidal level. Okay.
There's the key.
We'll get into all of that, but let me show you how easy it is.
Okay, let's do that. I do need you to know that we don't have a lot of these. This is the first time it's been back in stock since we sold it out a month or so ago. And to my knowledge, this is all we have until maybe the middle of December, which is that point. Can't guarantee it'll be there for Christmas. But it's just one of those things, it sells out time and time again. So one payment, $49.99, it's yours, and it's only $5 to ship. So limited, just be aware, because when it sells out, it's gonna be way more than a month to get back.
Exactly, and keep in mind, this is the fastest, easiest, quickest, and safest way to clean that mask and the accessory items. This is the machine right here. I'm gonna open it up, pull out the drawer. You'll see it's all mirrored all the way around, and that is for a reason, because that's going to enable you to take 360 degrees of the reflective properties of that UVC light that's on the inside. We even give you a nice little tray, so if you wanna elevate everything, you can do that as well. Now let me show you, here's all that you need to do. Let me just slide that in hold on, there we go. Okay, all you have to do is take one of the wipes. We're gonna give you 160 of them, but you take one of the wipes and you wipe out any visible signs of the debris. It takes you a couple of seconds to do that. You put the mask in there just like that, or the hose or any of the other accessories. You push it back in, you can see the ready light goes on. Press that. The cycle has begun. Now in 5 minutes, that's right, not 2 hours, but in as little as 5 minutes, it's going to go through the complete sanitizing process. It's gonna take care of that. It's gonna remove the bacteria.
99% of it.
Yeah,
with
it's
UV
gonna
light.
be nice and clean. But keep in mind, we also give you that bulb. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, and not just UV light, but this is UVC. So it takes it to that germicidal level, and that's what you want. So this is different than just UV light. This is even better than that. And by the way, Callie, that bulb is going to last 9,000 hours.
9,000?
9,000 hours.
And considering it only takes 5 minutes to sanitize versus the 2 hours that other machines, you know, make you sit and wait, and most of us don't think ahead to like give yourself 2 hours to get that mask clean before you go to bed at night. The other thing to consider, guys, no ozone is used here. It's the healthiest way to sanitize something that you're involuntarily breathing through that mask all night long. The last thing you want is bacteria in that hose to be breathing into your soft tissues, your lungs, your nasal passages. I mean, it's clearly an important purchase, but get the purchase that is more affordable and more effective and is so much faster. And that's part of the reason it does sell out every time it's here. I wish we had 5,000, because I think before the holidays, this is an amazing choice to do. We have less than 500, maybe closer to 400 at this. Yeah, a little closer to 400 at this point. So within the last few minutes, you can see how many have sold already. The item is 676567. Well, Bob's right next to the bed showing you how to just do it bedside.
Yeah, it really does not take a large footprint. You can put it right on the nightstand. Now, some of you have commented that the light, this green light, is so bright that sometimes it's not great to have on the nightstand. So all you have to do to solve that problem is just pull that out just a little bit.
Got it.
The light will go out, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. But here, you can have it ready. It's always ready when you are, and once again, it doesn't take 2 hours. It is going to take a matter of 5 minutes. I'm gonna put the tray in there, just like that. Take another type of mask and the hose. You wipe out the visible debris, just like that. Place it in there. This is so simple, so easy, so fast, but more than anything, it is the safest way to sanitize your mask and the accessory items. It is the only non-ozone cleaner and sanitizer that is on the market. The only one that you can find no matter where you go, and it's right here. And we're so proud and thankful to the nice folks here at HSN that you've chosen this, the Lumin, to be the one to represent all of the cleaners out there.
Well, and thank you for bringing it to us, because this is the only place you're gonna get this price. I mean, even on the Lumin website, you don't get everything that we give you, the wipes, the extra hoses, and you're spending $300 there, plus then all the extras would be extra, you know, money. So at this point, less than 400, and I know we've moved well over 100, I think 150 at this point. We started with 500. That's all we have, and when it does sell out, which it looks like it will be once again, it's gonna take at least a month to get this back into our inventory.
Oh, at least.
Comes with a 2-year warranty too.
2-year warranty as well. As you mentioned, there's no parts to replace or anything like that. We're gonna give you the bulb, and the UVC bulb lasts 9,000 hours. So as Callie pointed out, using it 5 minutes at a time, you can imagine how long that's going to last.
Right.
Also, we give you the 2 hoses, and I always recommend that when you get this, throw away the hose that you're using right now and use because you don't know what debris is already in there.
Gosh, that's so true.
Use these hoses, and these hoses are opaque. So that makes it nice and convenient that you can put the hose right into the CPAP cleaner, and because of the opaqueness of it, the UVC light is going to be able to penetrate that.
Okay, that's great to know. And of course, there's no charge, or there's no maintenance, there's no filters, there's nothing to replace, or nothing to cost you money down the road either.
Exactly. And we give you 160 of the wipes. We give you 4 of the one serving wipe, but you get 160 of the wipes. So one is in aloe scent, one is in the citrus scent. And all you do is you start out by just wiping the visible debris from the mask or the hose or whatever you have that you're going to put in there, and then simply open up the drawer, put it in, shut it, press the button, and go.
5 minutes later, everything is sanitized. Do people who use CPAP, and I don't, so forgive me for asking this question, but you need to use it every night, right?
Well, it depends on the individual's situation, but I'm glad you brought that up. That's very, very important point, because I've talked to so many people over the last couple of months that use CPAP machines, and I've learned that there's a high degree of people that, because you really don't know how to clean it, or because it takes 2 hours to clean it, the inconvenience of cleaning it or whatever, that about 40% of CPAP users abandon their CPAP machine. So you stop using the CPAP machine so you don't get the benefit.
Wow.
You don't have to do that anymore. Now there's a quick, easy, safe, and you know, just such a convenient way to do it.
It's such an effective way to really clean. That's so important. Again, when we're, especially right now, we're entering the flu season, we're entering all the, you know, the things, the bacteria that we're all sharing with each other. The least you can do if you have to use a CPAP machine, or your husband or your wife does, or your mom or your dad, is make sure that all that's coming through their lungs and their nasal passages is sanitized. And keep this in mind, I have to repeat this because if you just tuned in, you may not have heard, there's no ozone used here. This is the, unlike any other system that is out on the market, period. That's a gas that the EPA describes as an unsafe and severe lung irritant. This does not use ozone. Other machines do.
Right.
Maybe that's why they take 2 hours and this is only 5 minutes.
Yeah, and you're right. The EPA did say it's an unsafe gas. Why would you want to bathe something or wash something in a known lung irritant and then use that to breathe. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I don't know if you noticed, you heard the beep go off about a minute or so ago, but we went from the in-cycle light, we went back to the green, which means it's all ready to go. It just takes 5 minutes. You don't have to worry anymore. You know, with the other cleaners and sanitizers, if you forget to do it and then the next night you get in bed and maybe you forgot to do it, you got to wait another 2 hours. Who wants to wait 2 hours? Oh, by the way, here's a water tank. Here's one of the water tanks. You can simply put that in there. And all you do, press it, and you're sanitizing that as well.
And we've heard from a lot of you, by the way, we're at less than 300. We've sold over half the quantities at this point, and several hundred people. I do predict this is gonna be selling out in this show. So if you need it, if you want it, if you're looking at this thinking, oh, that's a good idea, jump on it, because it's gonna be a while before, I mean, we will get them back in stock. I just don't know if it's gonna be before the holidays. It's gonna be at least a month. But I was thinking about, you know, the other things that we can sanitize in here. If you wanted to throw in your toothbrush, or if you wear dentures, or you wanna, you know, put your scissors, and maybe, you know, there's all kinds of things.
Earbuds. I put earbuds in here. There's a toothbrush that you can put in here. You can put your phone in there as well. And we found that out from our customers because 3V Medical is a CPAP company. They deal with CPAP cleaners and respiratory type products all the time. But we found out from our customers, wait a minute, we also can put other things in there to sanitize it. We said, yeah, you can.
Go for it.
Because once again, it's powered not just by the UV light, but UVC. All right.
And that takes it to the germicidal level, correct?
Exactly, and that makes all the difference in the world. So this is more than just a regular sanitizer. This is gonna take care of everything that you need. Once again, I'm just gonna pull that tray out once again, because you can stop the cycle whenever you want. But imagine doing all of this in a matter of minutes, not having to wait 2 hours. So if you just joined us, what you wanna do to start, let's say this is the mask that you're using. Take one of the wipes. We're gonna give you 160 of them, and you just wipe out any visible signs of debris, and you simply place it right back in there. And you can do other things. You could put the water tank in there, you could put the hoses in there, and all you got to do is press the button.
And it's completely quiet.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very quiet. I'm going to tip it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see the light on the inside or not. But that's that power, that UVC light, Callie. That's what takes it to the germicidal level. That's what's going to get you the results quickly. You no longer have to wait 2 hours. You no longer have to worry about the unsafety of ozone. You don't have to worry about it.
You're already dealing with an issue. You know, the last thing you want is to add to it just because there's bacteria left in the hoses or the mask that didn't get properly cleaned. And I don't blame you. If it takes 2 hours, there's a lot of chances that you just say, oh, forget it, I'm just going to use it anyway.
40%. I read a study where 40% of CPAP users, because the inconvenience of cleaning or not knowing how to clean it or whatever, they abandon. They don't get the benefits.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
If you want it, my producer is saying we are down to final quantities. We brought in about 550. We are down to around 200. And if you are interested, there's a lot of people ordering it. So your best bet is to jump to hsn.com. You can drop whatever it's on air right now. The item is 676567. Drop it in your basket. If you want to use a flex pay, it's only $49.99. You still have all the way through the end of January with our holiday returns in effect. So if it's something you're like, I think my mom and dad need it, or I think and they decide, no, I've got one that I'm happy with, then you can still send it back. But lowest price, even compared to the Lumin website, it's $300 there.
Just the machine.
Just the machine,
Just the machine is $300 on their website. We're giving you everything else, the hoses, everything.
This is like 6 feet of hoses, which is nice.
Exactly.
And the 160 wipes and the UV light. I'll let you know when they sell out, and I want to say a big thanks for getting this product to us at HSN.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep ordering. Don't hang up. 6765.